Hello and welcome to the Fruitful Hands podcast episode 2.
Yeah,
We've made it number 2.
We're doing well.
Who knows if we'll make any more, but this is
We're having
a good
fun.
roll.
Yeah.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Diana.
We're happy that you've joined us to talk knitting with us, whether you're a knitter or just someone who's interested in
Learning about
it.
Or family and
Or
friends.
family.
My son has
Yes.
watched, her brother. So.
Yes. Lots of
Yeah.
friends have been very supportive,
Yes.
and family
Kind.
too. It's very sweet. Lots of people have offered to help with like editing and everything. So it's,
constructive criticism.
Yes.
Feel free.
yeah.
Thank you for watching. For those returning,
Yes.
and tell your friends.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. The comments. Thank you so much. We love y'all. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much.
I do want to make one correction from last. The yarn studio in northern Kentucky in Covington is called Stitch Yarn Studio.
Okay.
I got it backwards. So it's Stitch Yarn Studio. And it's really a cute little shop. So you ought to check it out.
Go.
Yeah.
I want to go.
We're going to plan a trip.
Yes. All right, what are you wearing?
I am wearing the Felix cardigan. So this is the picture. That is by Savory Knitting is her front name, but Amy Christoffers is her name, and I love it. It's
Beautiful.
I talked about it a lot last last episode. This is a size 3 with the 43-inch bust. I have not put my buttons on yet, but everything else is finished.
That is so
It's
nice.
the Felix, and it's got the little lace pattern on the raglan part. I love the length. You probably can't, but I love the length.
And you said this went by pretty fast,
It
right?
yes, I knit this in February in probably 2 weeks.
Wow.
Like I said before, I don't knit just on one thing. I have various things going. So, but I really wanted to get this finished. And I've been knitting, I usually knit on smaller needles. So this was like a cleansing the palette of, this I can get done in, no time.
It's
2
like
weeks.
a size 10, 8 or 10?
Size
think it's
10,
10.
and then the ribbing's on an 8. It's merino wool. I did it in Lucky Tweed Fog. So, and I love this. The good thing about Tweed, Tweedy look, is when it starts peeling, you really can't tell. I have one sweater, I'll share it with you sometime, but it's, what's Petiteknit? No Frills. I knit it whenever that pattern first came out. I'm thinking 13 years ago, but I don't know if it's been that long. But anyway, it is in a tweed, Donegal tweed, and I love it. Is the softest, and I wear it all the time around the house. And it's not as tweedy as this, but it's enough that you don't see any. I've never had to glean it or anything. Get the pills off.
I need to get some tweed.
Yeah,
I've
some
never
tweed.
knit with tweed.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
And see, this is soft. This doesn't feel rustic, but it's but it is. And you can tell it's got some blues, light blues, dark, medium, and dark blues, greens, and pinks. So it's really, really cute.
That's beautiful.
I love it. I did not. The only modification I made to the pattern was I did not do the tubular bind off because I started it and I did not like it. It just, this yarn did not hold up well. The structure, it just looked really, really sloppy. So I just undid it and then just bound off in pattern.
Do you want to show your edge up there and then I'll show mine so if people don't know the difference. So this is a normal bind off.
See how it's just...
So like the nice braid right there, and then from the edge you kind of see like it's a not harsh, but like quick finish.
Yeah,
like
it's a quick finish. It's just a nice, clean, quick finish.
And then with tubular bind off, you see the stitches kind of roll around. It's more of a rounded edge. So,
well, I was going to try it.
Yeah,
I mean, usually I'm just like, I'm not doing that. But this time I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And it did not. It was either me or the yarn. I don't know which.
Probably the yarn.
Maybe a combo of both.
I bet it was the yarn.
I don't know. So what are you wearing, Kate?
Well, if you remember from last episode, this is I forgot the festival sweater by Petiteknit.
It's beautiful.
So
it's so soft.
It's so soft. Merino wool by this is Olivia and Oliver Fibers in her Merino DK. the main colorway is Eggnog, and then the baubles are in the caramel color. So
it's beautiful.
I think this is my favorite sweater I've made.
Yeah.
I talked about it last time, just the different sizing things that I did. I did do the tubular bind off for the edges and everything. I probably could have made it, well, I don't know. That's probably a good length. I always have to make things longer.
Yes.
I think I probably lengthened this than from what she said too. But yeah, very soft. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Those baubles are so unique.
Aren't they sweet?
They are so cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
I did some helical knitting. I think it was on this sleeve and on the body. And for the second sleeve, I could not be bothered with it. So
I just wanted to get it done.
I don't know what I did on this. I like kind of switched every few rows, and then but I don't think you can tell a difference, but
it's
anyway,
beautiful.
Thank you.
And yarn?
Olivia and Oliver Fibers.
Okay.
Yes. And she has a website. I'll put it in the show notes.
Now, is this from that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, what did I do?
You can fix it. It's just a little.
Look, you guys.
It's just, you can just tack that. It's okay. You can fix it. Just fix it.
I feel like when people podcast, they always see like things that, I don't know if that got pulled tight, or I think it got pulled tight.
Yeah, okay. You can fix it. Yeah, you probably just got hung up on something.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know what? I have knit a lot of things over the years, and I did not wear my knits for a long time because I was always afraid of something. I'd do something to it. That's out the window. I wear knits. And you know what? My friends, when I'm wearing a new knit, they're like, oh, did you knit that? I'm like, yes. And they just carry on and on and on. So hopefully somebody will want it. I'm like, well, some of them are like, if I pay you, will you knit me one? I'm like, no, I will not. But I will teach you how to do it. Yeah. So hopefully we can grow this this art community, because it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I love it. So
do you have any other finished objects?
I do. Oh, the Daytripper behind us. Now Katie was talking, she couldn't be bothered with helical knitting the second sleeve. Sometimes that's the way I am. I bought this yarn at Stitch Yarn Studio. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say
I think it is. And so I started it like the next day. I bought it on my birthday. It was kind of birthday sweater. And so I just started knitting that puppy. I'd never steeked before. So it's not the best, but it's not, that is not going anywhere.
Steeked is when you knit like around in the round like this sweater is, but then you cut, that's right, you cut your knitting.
You cut it.
So that it's a cardigan.
Yeah.
So just for anyone.
So see, these are my edges here. And I had a few that were kind of loose, you know, after I cut it, it was like, oh, that's, so I needle felted it to make sure it's going to hold tight. But if you look real close up here, there's this little row green right here. I don't know why. I don't know. It just slipped in there. So we're just, what I'll probably do is go back and duplicate stitch over this, but you know, it's okay. It's a design element. Exactly. Nobody else on the planet has a sweater like this one. And I'm okay with that. So this is the Daytripper by Mariechen Mucklstone. And it's a size large. It fits a bust 45.25, 45 and a quarter. So it's I have probably 2 or 3 inches of ease, and I love it. This is Lettlopi yarn, and it is wool. It's 109 yards a skein, but it's only like $6 a skein. Oh, it's not real expensive. Yeah, it is so light because this is a woolen spun yarn, which means it's light, airy, and traps air against the body. Oh. So this sweater, even though it's 100% wool and it's got a lot of yarn in it, it's so light. Well, this one's very light too. Yeah, I mean, it really is. So it's worsted or Aran. It's about 18 stitches to 4 inches. And I did not put the needle size, but I think, the ribbing is a size 9. The body's a 10. The sleeves, I went up a half a needle size to 10.5. And the sleeve ribbing, I went down to an 8 because I like that ribbing a little snugger. Yeah, that's how I am. So, yeah. So, all in all, I love it. It's lovely. Let's see if we can turn her around. I don't know.
Which way?
Either way. I don't know. Yeah, she's really sweet. And they have a pullover version in that too. I bought this book and it was in this book. It's Kay Gardner and Ann Shane. It's Modern Daily Knitting Field Guide number 17, the Lettlopi edition, and I'll show you their picture of it. So I use basically their
Yeah, that looks similar.
their yeah, I really so it was this is straw, and then spring green is here, and royal fuchsia is this pinky maroony up there. Air blue is this little dot of blue, and celery green. Celery green. I don't know which one. If this,
Yeah. What was the other name? Spring.
The other one was spring green. So yeah, I don't think that would be spring.
Yeah,
green.
maybe that's celery.
Maybe that's celery. But yeah, I love it. And I like I said the last episode, I'm doing more cardigans. So
yeah, and you did too. That's amazing.
I know.
You were serious.
I was serious. I'm serious. Okay,
That's amazing.
so that's all of that one. Yeah.
Nice. I'll say one more thing about this. I forgot. Last time I told you the size, I think I did a small till here and then shifted to extra small because it was getting too big. And then sleeves, I went up to a size 7 because the body's knit on a size 6. I don't think I'll do that again. Petite knit arms are already pretty big in circumference, so I think next time I'll just stick to the normal size.
Yes.
So anyway, sorry.
That's
Then
okay.
I do have one other.
Oh, please. Yes.
Okay, this is also petite knit.
I think she likes petite
knit kick. This is the Oslo hat. It was so fun to knit. It's a folded brim, so you have to pick up the edge and knit it with live stitches.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a folded neck collar like this is. And then anyway, I'm not going to tell you how to do it.
Did you have a problem doing that at all?
No, because she had a video.
Okay.
And is she Danish? It's in Danish, but you just watch what she does.
You can figure it out.
Yeah.
So did you put a stitch marker at the beginning around? Some people do that so that they can match the stitches at the beginning of the round.
No, I didn't do that. I just made sure it was the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know, I probably should have.
Well,
but
you learn as you go. And apparently you didn't need to.
So,
that's really cute.
Quince & Co. yarn.
Is Quince & Co. chickadee or?
No, it's the, it's like the planet one. Phoebe. It's the Phoebe. This was in my stash.
How's it the planet one?
I don't know. No, well, like I don't know, like all the colorways are planets. So it's like Mars and Jupiter.
Phoebe's not a planet, is it?
No. No, is it Phoebe? I don't know. Okay. It's the one with the planet colorways. I think this is, I don't know.
She'll put it in the show notes.
Talk anymore. Yeah.
No. Oh, please. She'll put it in the show notes. I didn't know we were going to do show notes, and she put show notes in the last one, which was so. Now, did you do timestamps too?
Samuel did that.
Oh, Samuel.
My husband edited the last video, put up the show. Well, like we, typed up show notes, and he put them up for us. Did timestamps. Did the logo thingy, like
many hands makes light work, because we could, because she has little still at home and I have big still here, but we're right in the middle of track season and school, we homeschool.
Also, I don't even know how to edit. I mean, I'm sure
we could figure it out, but it would be.
He just was like, I'm going to do this. So
well, that's very kind of him. Thank you.
Love you.
Yeah, that was very kind.
It was, yeah. So this is a size small.
Okay.
This was great knitting for like taking in the car, and then like if I had to go somewhere and wait for like a doctor's appointment or something we had going on, I could just get a few stitches in and not be worried about end of row, like getting to the end of the row or like where was I or whatever, because it's just straight knitting for a long time. I also did, so like this is what it's supposed to look like. I did some mess up here, down here, and then up here.
Hello, my name is Katie.
I know, but I was like, I'm a tall girl, so nobody's gonna see it. Yeah. So this is, did I say this is the Oslo hat?
Yes.
So
I like that. What size needles was that on?
4.
4.
It was 4.
Okay. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah,
I like those.
And then I did magic loop, finishing up instead of doing
double points.
Yeah, I'm done with double points. Now that it works, it's like,
Yeah, it makes life easier.
It does.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to lose a lot of stitches when I had double
Yes.
points in a hat or a sock or
Yes.
something like that. Did you tell them we're mostly knitting podcasts?
No.
We're mostly knitting. Sometimes we dabble in other needle artwork.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it's knitting right now. And you know what? Used to, I would go in seasons with my knitting. It was like when it would start getting fall and winter, I would knit. And then after, spring comes, which today's the first day of spring, then I would kind of stop. Yeah, it is. I know. It's beautiful out, but it's supposed to get cold again. It's like hard freeze tonight. So 20 Fahrenheit or something. But since COVID, I haven't been knitting like crazy.
Pretty consistently.
Yeah, I think it helps save my sanity.
Yeah.
I know it has over the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just traveling a lot. My kids were in a lot of sports, so I would go sit a lot. So
it's hard to, it's like, these days it's like if you sit, then you're usually like on your phone, not you, just you in general, or on your phone, or just you don't, I don't know. So like knitting is an easy thing to pick up, do a few stitches, put it down. Even like reading can sometimes be hard to get back into where you were if you don't have a lot of time.
Now some people can knit and read.
I was going to talk about that at the end.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay.
I mean, keep talking, but
I can't do that. I listen and read. So I'll listen to audiobooks and knit. I can't knit and read. Yeah, I just can't.
Yeah.
So I have to listen to audiobooks. So, and that's okay. I'm okay with that because I read a lot of books.
That's good.
Okay.
What are you working on?
I'm working on whips. So I do have notes. Katie doesn't need notes, but I do need notes. So, so I am working on, this is from, this was actually the thing that I told you I wanted to, I wanted to knit. I just had the yarn. So this is by Isabel Kramer, Mariechen, I think is how you pronounce it.
That's really pretty.
It's beautiful. And I'm using Life in the Long Grass. So I started it. And this is the left front.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then this is the right front. And it's got raglan. Yeah, thank you. It's got raglan sleeves.
Oh, that's soft.
Isn't that soft? It's Life in the Long Grass. And it's at the front. Yeah.
That's nice.
So I can knit fast when I'm knitting just in the round and or even flat. I can knit pretty fast. But when you throw in lace on both sides and purling, then I slow down. So I try to work on this about 30 minutes every day. I am alternating my skeins because it's hand-dyed yarn, and I'm just afraid that, that they might have gotten heavy-handed or something. So, in one skein. So that's it. I think it looks really pretty uniform.
Yeah, it does.
What do you think, Kate?
Yeah, I don't see any difference.
Isn't that gorgeous, though?
That is.
So I'm hoping I can get it finished pretty quickly.
What is the content of this yarn?
It is. I do.
Put you on the spot.
No, it's. I got my label. Here's the label. It's got little cute sheep on it. Look. Okay, it is Highland DK Life in the Long Grass. It is a mixture of Corriedale and Merino wool, untreated. Sheep that roam the Peruvian highlands. They support local farmers, ethically sourced yarn, recycled paper, and packaging colors inspired by nature, hand-dyed in our studio in rural Ireland.
Oh my goodness.
So maybe someday when I go there, Lord willing,
finish your sweater.
Yeah.
And Ireland.
Yes. That would be lovely. Pirouette is the name of that yarn.
Oh,
so I'm loving it.
That's cute. Yeah. When did you start that?
Oh, right after our podcast.
Okay.
Was that a week ago?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. So, but I mean, about a week. But like I said, I probably spent maybe 2 hours on it. Yeah.
Nice.
Just getting in the groove.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We'll see how long it takes me.
Cool.
It's not flat too. It's not in the round. So what do you know?
That's hard. So I have one more thing about this sweater. I forgot. I know.
That's okay.
So this was 2 weeks for you, and then how long was that one? 2 weeks. I think you said it earlier, but this one took me 5 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah,
because it's smaller.
Well, it's DK. It's size 6 needle, but
so I'm on 10s.
Well,
I mean, it's a big difference.
So yeah, it took me 5 weeks, but it was super
It's funny though when people see, they're like, well, how long did it take you to make that? And I'm like, well, probably 2 weeks. This one, most of them not. especially small. And they're like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, but I'm not knitting the whole time.
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
you know, maybe
Yes.
20 hours, you know,
Exactly.
30 hours.
Mm-hmm. It's like sometimes you go a few days without knitting, so it's like at different times of life.
Yeah, I generally in this season am able to knit every day unless I'm sick.
Yeah.
And if I'm not knitting, then I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if you're not knitting, it's because you're chasing children.
Yes. That's a good reason to not be knitting.
Yeah.
All right. So this is from last week, last podcast. I had talked about this pair of socks. I was working on them. I had said I was going to use this as the contrast heel and toe. And I did do it. I don't know. It's like a deep purple.
Yeah, it is.
So this is the heel where I would have done the different color. I did it, and then I looked at my fingers, and they were purple, which was really sad. Yeah. Oh, see that?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. There you go. So I ripped it out because I was like, I don't want the whole sock to turn purple. This is like a really nice speckledy, just a pretty yellowy. So yeah, so took it out, and I could not be bothered with another contrast color. I was just like, I want these socks done because I have so many other socks that I want to make. So anyway, I just did it in the same colorway as the leg of the sock, and now I'm working on decreasing to get down to the foot size. So these are a lot of fun to make. So what I'll need to do with this yarn is do a hank again, soak it, make sure all the dye is out,
and then use it.
Then use it. But I could not wait. I only have one pair of sock needles, so I was like,
that's kind of the way it is with. That's the way I am when I'm on a project. It's like, okay,
we're moving.
We got other things to knit. I need to have like a 36-hour day where you could sleep like 8 hours and then get up and knit. Maybe not. I don't know how you work that out. Something.
We need more time.
We do. We need more time to knit. That's right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
What else are you working on?
I am working on this Saturday shrug. Yeah. This is all the rage. This one's a lighter. It's an alpaca and silk kind of it's grab that.
That is lovely.
Yes. It's Rowan. It's called Alpaca Classic, and it is super fine alpaca and cotton. So this is a deep stash dive.
I love those.
Deep. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So it's the green and the pink, and this is a Saturday shrug by Caitlin Rose from KAITY'S Knits. And they have a Sunday one, and it's a thicker yarn, so it's more of a bulky. But I like this one. I thought it'd be really cute for spring and see it just stretches out. And
you can kind of wear it like over your shoulders or as a cowl, right?
Yes. Okay. So you can kind of, and they came out, the Lamb and Kid and Caitlin came out with a Friday shrug, and it's like a. I don't know, it's kind of bohemian. It just kind of has all the colors that they don't really fade because it's like green and pink and cream. And just stripes, and they kind of blend in. It's really, they're really cute too. I mean, it's like really cute.
Yeah. So, I haven't jumped on that train yet.
I'll entice you
to do
seriously. That. Okay. Do you have any other works in progress?
One more.
Oh, good.
Yes. So, this is the newspaper sweater by Hohi Locatelli, and I'm not gonna be able to spread it out because I don't have needle stoppers and my cord's not long.
This is brioche, correct?
This is brioche. Yes. Where am I? Okay, here we go. So this is the front.
That is
the construction of the neck was so cool.
They are geniuses.
Yeah, I had to stop trying to like make it fit into the mold that I already had of like, this is how you make a sweater, and I just had to be like, what am I doing, Hohi? Like, tell me.
Yeah.
Just
next.
What?
Just read the next line and do the next line.
And then once it like came together and like I joined in the round, I was just like, That was amazing.
Yes.
Like, that was brilliant. Good
Isn't
job.
Good job.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
you just want, and
So
most
how
of
did
these,
you do that?
I know. And most of these, because you watch their podcasts or you knit their patterns, so you get a piece of them, really. I mean, so you feel like you just want to go, hey.
Yes.
Hey,
We're buddies.
We're buddies. I did it.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't have a picture. I mean, I could have a picture, but.
Yeah, you can pull one up.
Okay.
You're going to pull one up?
Yeah, I'll just get it really quick.
Okay. So.
It's not a podcast unless I leave for a minute.
That's right. Yeah. And this time, I'll just say a little bit about the first. Katie and I had been thinking about doing a podcast forever. Our dream would be to open a yarn store, but someone who owned a yarn store once said, if you like to knit, do not open a yarn store. So I was kind of like, well, I like to knit. I love to knit, so maybe we shouldn't do that. But still, wouldn't it be fun? I mean, seriously. But I know it's a lot of work, and it probably wouldn't be as much fun in real life as I think it would in my brain. But anyway, maybe work at one. Maybe I could work at one.
Yeah.
But anyway, we kept going. We're gonna, do a podcast. And I think a husband, one or the other, got to the point where it's like, okay, if you're gonna do it, do it. And then
Samuel's very like,
if you're gonna do it, stop talking about it, because you're never gonna do it if you don't do it. So when we did the first one, it was just like, throw it out there and just, okay, we did it. And it's like, oh, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we're just visiting. And and we were at Katie's house the last time, and she has two littles, 3-year-old and a 8-month-old. And so they were down for naps. And they kept...
They're having a good time.
Yeah. So, and Auntie is over at her house watching them, and we're at my house.
Yes.
We're at the farm.
So it might be a little quieter.
So it's a little quieter.
We don't know what to do with ourselves.
I know. It's wonderful.
It is.
But it's good at her house, too.
Oh, well, there's the...
Yeah. There
we go. Okay, so this is the newspaper sweater. Which is just, it's so fun. And brioche is a lot of fun. I love brioche. It's very meditative.
For some.
Well, you should, have you
try
tried?
it someday.
Yeah, exactly. You can't knock it till you try it.
Well, she's very mathematically and musically minded. I am not. So I think that comes into play a little bit here. I don't work with that side of my brain.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun.
I know. She loves it. It makes her smile.
It does, yes. The one thing about brioche is every row has to be worked twice. If you're doing 2-color brioche, it has to be worked twice in each of the colors. So like the progress that you would make on this is a lot faster than the progress you would make on this. So it's been quite a bit of work for not quite as much progress, but the joy of knitting it is like, this is going to be worth it once I get to the end. But it's going to be a longer process.
Yes. Well, and the thing about it is too, when you run into other knitters who see your knitting, it's like, oh, they know the effort. So, knitters will know the effort that has gone into a brioche sweater. Yeah. For sure.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. The yarn I'm using is Julie Asseline. And then it's the, Lezu fingering.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's got superwash merino and silk, and it's the colors licorice and biscotti.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, the licorice is that's kind of like a purpley.
Yeah, and that I bought this at Black Mountain when we went to Black Mountain a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I bought this there thinking I was going to make a half and half wrap. And then I saw the newspaper sweater and I was like, I'm making that. So yeah, it's kind of like a more bluish, purpley, navy, but it's really pretty.
It is.
So those are the only works in progress I have with you.
Yes. Do you have anything? I don't have any more works in progress. I do, but I don't have any to share. Yeah. In the future, I'll share when I can pick them back up.
I wanted to talk about reading while you knit. Okay. So Sunday, I got a book holder, and I'm gonna maybe Samuel. You could put a picture in.
Yes. Right here.
I got a book holder, and I started Anne of Green Gables, and I was, probably 30 minutes. So if you are thinking about trying it, do not expect that you're going to be knitting as fast as you normally do.
Okay.
And don't expect you're going to be reading as fast as you normally do. But I just feel like if I keep practicing, like it's a skill that I need to practice.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I'm going to keep practicing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep trying to knit and read. You know, I don't know, it's neat to like add another
layer to it.
Yeah, because it's like I can knit and I don't have a bunch of like audiobooks.
Yes.
And my library doesn't have a ton of like, well,
they do. They should. Libby.
Yeah. I mean,
and they borrow from other libraries.
Yeah. So,
and some people don't like to listen, and that's fine too.
I do. That's the hard part, is like audiobooks can be kind of slow sometimes.
Yes.
But then right now, knitting and reading is probably slower than an audiobook, but I'm hoping that the practice...
You can speed up the
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you can speed up the reading.
See, I just need to come over for an audiobook class or something.
You can speed it up. Sometimes it's like, okay, we need to get through this.
I know. It's like, this is taking a lot of time to get. Anyway, if you're thinking about knitting and reading, you should try it. I think the book stand I got was $16 from Amazon. And there's like levels, of course. Like there's more expensive ones, but I got the cheapest one. Just like, is this even an option? Yeah. And it is. And it's...
You know what I want to try and do? Excuse me. I want to try and stand up and knit.
Oh,
like at a
walk.
Well, I mean walk, but not necessarily walk.
I know some people do that.
They do. I mean, I'm afraid I would stab myself. But stand at the... We have an island in the kitchen, and just stand there and knit, because the only thing I don't like about knitting is sitting so much when I'm knitting, and I sit, my couch doesn't sit, so it's kind of like you're so I really think I think I'm going to start trying to do that. I do want to there's two other things I've got my eye on to do. I know I showed you the kaleidoscope cardigan last week, and I had some leftovers, and I said I think I'm going to make another one of those. I'd actually bought two of the bigger things of the cloud, the spun cloud, but I think instead I'm gonna do this little pullover. I think I would wear it more, actually.
That's nice.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and that will take a couple of days. Yeah. I mean, seriously.
That really, Is that as big as needles as the other one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That yarn is just, it's so lovely. The other one, thank you, Katie. The other one is this anthology. Have you seen that?
No.
This is all fingering yarn.
Oh, no.
Look at this. So you just get from your stash and just knit this, knit this, knit this.
Is it like is a mini skein enough to do
that? I think it needs to be 20, but I know 20 grams.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, mini skein.
Oh.
So I know that some people are just using their leftovers and just knit till it runs out, and then knitting the next. But isn't that just so sweet? I mean, and it's not real. You could put it on your bed or on the back of your couch. So I love that too.
That's nice. Yeah, I have not made a blanket yet. I need to make a blanket.
I have. I've made a couple of blankets. So when you do you swatch?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do some swatches, and generally when I do swatches, I'll put little knots in the tail of what size needle it was.
Oh.
But I don't necessarily remember what yarn it was. So these right here. Wait on this. This is the swatch.
Nice.
This is a swatch. This is a really pretty swatch. Oh, this is
that one.
That is a sweater I made, and that's Feederbrook yarn. It's kind of like the colored is like Spin Cycle, but it's not quite as pricey. That's part of a tag.
Nice.
Yeah, let me get to the next one now. And this one I really loved, but I didn't end up making that sweater. It was going to be an Alpenglow, but isn't that cute?
That is cute.
I really like that, but who knows? Let me go back and do it. Okay, but so sometimes it's like I don't know what Spin Cycle yarn that was in that, and yada yada yada. So my friend Cindy, who's my knitting buddy.
Another shout out to Cindy.
Another shout out to Cindy. She does. We'll have her on here someday. She puts a little tag, and she just cuts them out and punches a little hole in it. And then, so hers, I think she just put what needle size and gauge she got, but I put the yarn I use. So this is like size 10 needles, Issachar Alpaca 1 and Alpaca 2 held double. And I got 15 stitches to 4 inches.
Wow.
So I'm thinking of a cardigan or the lento for that. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go up the needle. And then this
That's
one
really
is 2 different yarns, size 9 needle, Fig and Posy and Strange Brew from Magpie Fibers. But look at this swatch. I mean, this is where I started, and then look how big it is at the bottom where I bound off. You know, I mean, it's like, it goes like this. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do with that, but I was thinking either that for lento. The only thing is, mohair, it's kind of itchy on me, and I don't, if I made the lento, I'm afraid it's next to skin, and I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to wear it unless I wore something under it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Yeah. We should try Surrey.
Well, I do have some Surrey, and it's in that Alpenglow that I made, and it's kind of itchy, so I'm not sure if it's that or one of the other yarns.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I know. Well, it's okay. I still wear it, but I wear something under it. It's not a big deal.
Nice. I like those. And that was a good tip. Maybe I will start swatching.
Listen, and just putting it on there. The only thing is, like, if you're knitting in the round, so you have to knit it like you're knitting in the round, and then you cut it apart when you're blocking it, so you can't reuse the yarn.
Yes.
Whereas if you're knitting just a swatch back and forth, but that won't give you a true gauge. When you're knitting, then you could reuse the yarn.
Right.
But this you can't reuse.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a good idea of what to do with swatches,
you could. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Make a little quilt. I know some people have gotten like cork boards and then like pin them up like
cute.
art, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else? Are we done?
That's all I have.
Done and dusted? Is that what they say? I love some of the things I hear on the internet. Yeah, done and dusted.
Yes. Thanks for joining us for another episode. We hopefully will be back.
Yes.
In a few weeks.
Yes. I think we're going to do an episode maybe soon. It won't be like a normal episode, but just all the stuff we've knit from Andrea Mowry's patterns because she's doing that March to May.
Yeah.
So, and it's fun and it's amazing. It's like, really, have I knit that much stuff of hers?
That's so fun.
But so we're going to do that. And just if you subscribe, then when it gets put up, you'll know immediately. Hopefully we'll do it before 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds good.
We really enjoy it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.